This is the finale, getting back again.
Bedrin to the left and Aski to the right. Across the line we go. Aski moving across there, was briefly thinking about challenging for the inside, but going into second is Victor Bernier. Gabriele Mini has gone through to third place. Aaron up to fourth. So Aski has dropped to fifth place as we head up towards turn 3 for the first time. It looks as if Alex Dunn is in sixth place. Then it is Zach O'Sullivan, and a big incident once again. This time no huge incident in terms of damage to any drivers, but in terms of the amount of victims taken out in it, certainly we have 4 drivers gone. It looks as if we have Delano Vanhoff involved, Lorenzo Daloisio involved, Conrad Lawson involved, and Josh Dufek involved as well, as we make our way round turn 8 now for the first time up towards turn number 9. It is the 237 of Nikita Bedrin leading, the 227 of Nikita Bedrin leading as they come across the line, but Bernier down the inside in front of his home crowd takes the lead in towards turn number 1. Fantastic stuff there from Victor Bernier going through turn number 3. They go, and another move behind that. Paul Aron goes in front of his championship rival Gabriele Mini to take third place. Alex Dunn is there in fifth place, having gone past Kai Aski, who's struggling at the start, and Aaron now running wide at the next corner, and he's dropped a few positions as Paul Aaron, he's dropping down the field. Someone running wide on the exit of turn 6. It was one of the Ricky Flynn motorsport drivers as they head through turn number 8 now and up towards turn number 9. 2 groups of 2 at the front, Guillaume, and then a big battle on for fifth.
What a start of a race is it, Chris, with one more big incident indeed as the field comes across the start-finish line again. Victor Bernier leading the way, as you said, in front of his own crowd with a bit more indeed of 1/10 of a second from Nikita Bedrin, increasing the pressure. A change for third position with Alex Dunn getting past Gabriele Mini in the turn number 3. Beautiful move from Alex Dunn, now sitting in third position. These are the 2 drivers you have on screen, with Gabriele Mini, the Italian driver, in the white crash livery, making their way into turn 6, over the hill into turn 7. There's a battle going on for first and third position. As you can see, into turn 7, it is very, very close between Victor Bernier and Nikita Bedrin. Bedrin was almost side by side with Bernier outside of the turn number 8. This is quite the first time that we get to see such a beautiful fight in those corners. One of the trickiest, certainly, in Hesse, making their way into turn number 2. Very close between Victor Bernier and Nikita Bedrin. Less than 1/10 of a second between those two. Then we have a gap. Alex Dunn managed actually to increase a bit of his advantage, and Gabriele Mini in fifth position for Gabriele Bortoleto, setting up the fastest lap. As you can see on screen, this is
incident.
Number 5, and the 2
Montoya off.
I was going to say Juan Pablo, but this is Sebastian Montoya, his son, out of the track in the grass. What happened over there, Chris? And I think the 2 leaders just touched. They just touched in corner number 7.
Yes, they have. And look at Alex Dunn in third place. He's closing in on them very, very quickly as we go on to the start-finish straight. Alex Dunn has just set the fastest lap of the race in third. So Bernier and Bedrin, who haven't really been fighting too hard either, have allowed Alex Dunn to close in. Fourth place, Gabriele Mini. Then it is Gabriel Bortoleto. Then Hajar, Aaron, Zach O'Sullivan, Chavez Camara. Kittle Small is up 9 places into 10th as well. He sounded confident on the grid, and he's absolutely flying, as is Lawrence Van Hopen, as is Evan Malay, as is Elliot Veyron, who's gone up 13 places all the way from the back of the field as they climb uphill now for the 5th time. The top 3 in picture, Bernier, Bedrin and Alex Dunn in that order. In the white crash helmet there you can see Gabriele Mini, who is second in the championship. Then it is Gabriel Bortoleto, your championship leader and potential champion in a few laps time. Paul Aron has clear air in 7th place, so just in the position that he would like to be as they go down towards turn number 2 for the 6th time of 20. Alex Dunn looks to be lining up a move here to me. Nikita Bedrin is just slipping away ever so slightly from Bernier. Behind, I think Mini and Bortoleto are going to start working together a little bit if they aren't already. Lawrence Van Hopen has now set a new fastest lap. He's currently up to 12th place, having gained 11 places as we head now up towards turn number 7. This for the 6th time, and Nikita Bedrin starting to fight back. He's starting to pull away from Alex Dunn once again. All of a sudden, Bernier is feeling a little bit nervous, as are the home fans who are here to cheer him on.
Yeah, 2 wins for Victor Bernier in the qualifying heats, and he's now leading the biggest race of the weekend with a battle coming up for second. Yeah, in the turn number 2, it doesn't take the inside line yet. Alexander very, very threatening on Nikita Bernier, and it goes for... And
oh my
big
God! Incident! Done
Huge incident, and the contact in the turn number 3. I think the 2 cars just slipped over each other. Very, very contact, and careful over there with all the drivers passing by. This is happening off screen. My God, Chris, one more big incident in this finale. But as we have a look at it from our commentary box, both drivers seems okay, especially one of the 2. I think it was very serious, especially Alex Dunn. I think Nikita Bedrin. I think it was just got run over by Alex Dunn, literally. What an incident happening in turn number 3.
Oh, big incident there, and Nikita Bedrin very aggrieved, and I think perhaps has the right to be. It was Alex Dunn making the move, and the contact, I'm afraid, was made before they turned into the corner. As much as it feels bad to say that, having watched both of these guys race so well for the whole weekend. I had 2 press conferences with Bedrin. And he's been great to speak to all weekend. Of course, Dunn, someone I've commentated on back in the UK in the past, and I think just wasn't enough space for him to make the move. He tried to do it anyway, and Bedrin's feeling very, very disappointed. But the race must go on, and Victor Bernier now has Gabriele Mini trying to chase him down here. In third place then it is Gabriel Bortoletto. Isaac Hajar now is in 4th. He is the French driver. Oh, and another incident. Who's involved in that? Who's that off the track? Is that Sebastian? No, it's one. Is it Lawrence Van Hopen? It is. Van Hopen is off the track then. There was a couple of other drivers that must have been involved in that got delayed. Yes, Evan Millet was the driver involved in it because he's had a very slow first sector. Evan Millet, that's a shame because he had gained 15 places up until that point. That is the 2:03 of Zach O'Sullivan, who is behind Paul Aron in 6th place at the moment as we go on to lap 10.
What a race so far, and one more Tonica driver with Laurens Van Hopen involved in an incident just after Nikita Bedrin. What a disastrous scenario for the Russian driver. But in the meantime, Chris, what has been happening? Gabriele Mini is back in 2nd position indeed, half a second behind Victor Bernier, the Frenchman, being the solid leader so far in this finale. And Gabriele Mini, thanks for spotting that, being the fastest driver in the first sector of this track. Shall we see maybe fastest lap? Actually, it's Alfio Spina who just set the fastest first sector on this track. But Gabriele Mini is really on a very good pace at the moment. Victor Bernier could start worrying. These are the 2 drivers that you have on screen. The 2:35, the white crash helmet from Italy. Gabriele Mini really consistent since the start of the season, except for a bad result back in Germany on the Emfing track. But now he's back into contention, and he's really into it, into the pace, maybe to go and actually take a victory. That could be the first win for Gabriele Mini this season in this category. We're not there yet. We're halfway to the distance, 20 laps in total, less than 10 to go, and we're going to have a good fight certainly happening very, very soon. You see them on screen, and there you go for it. And
yeah.
Mini.
Oh, Gabriele Mini down the inside of Victor Bernier then. Well, Gabriele Mini takes the lead. What a fantastic move that was. There was just a little bit of wheel banging along the way as Victor Bernier, I think, wanted to believe it wasn't happening. But Gabriele Mini is into the race lead. Bortoletto is right there with them now in 3rd place as well. He said, I believe I'm going to win this race. He said that on the grid, and he's currently on his way to potentially challenging for a win. Isaac Hajar is doing a fantastic job in 4th. There he is on your picture, just ahead, small in stature. Behind him in the blue and white crash helmet, that is Paul Aron from Estonia, who would become the first champion from Estonia if he can wrap this up today. And all he needs to do is basically do what he does now, just stay on track. It's going to be as easy as that for him. Zach O'Sullivan is then next along in 6th. Kirill Small is up 12 places to 7th. Then it's Rafael Chavez Camara, Kayaski Aski and Luca Griggs. So looking at the drivers, we've got Mini, who should be hanging on to second in the championship with this result. Bernier, whilst Guillaume keeps his eye on this battle on track as Aaron goes down.
Aaron goes, yeah. Paul Aaron goes and takes the inside line. Sorry, Chris, about that. He takes the inside line. Paul Aaron getting past Isaac Hajar in 4th position. This is a brilliant performance from Paul Aaron. I suggest and I think that Aaron has seen Gabriele Mini taking the lead previously. He knows, of course, as they've been making the calculation for the championship, he knows that maybe to be entirely comfortable the upcoming title that he might get,
and
he needed to get a pass. Another move from Aaron.
Zach O'Sullivan.
Sorry about that. This is just behind happening. Zach O'Sullivan getting past Isaac Hajar. My apologies, as they have the same livery from Ricky from Motorsport. The field comes across the start-finish line again. Gabriele Mini extending his lead, with almost 7/10 of a second from Victor Bernier. Gabriele Bortoleto still in 3rd place, quite away from the pressure from Paul Aaron in 4th. 5th position then for Zach O'Sullivan, his teammate. Isaac Hajar is 6th. Kyrus Small is 7. Rafael Chavez Camara is 8, ahead of Luca Griggs and Thomas Tembricke.
And contact, and one of the Cosmic drivers is off there. Chavez Camara looks to be off the circuit. I think that was Thomas Tembrink going for the move there, and Chavez Camara, I think that was, yes, it was off the track. So Thomas Tembrink, I think, has lost a place after that. So Thomas Tembrink trying a move, and we've seen so many instances at that very corner, Guillaume, down at turn number 4, just doesn't seem to work. But out front, the leaders have separated themselves from each other now. Gabriele Mini's lead is 7/10 of a second over Victor Bernier, who has a gap of half a second to Gabriel Bortoleto. I'll tell you what, Paul Aaron wants to end this championship on the podium. He has just set a purple first sector as he attempts to chase down Gabriel Bortoleto. Zach O'Sullivan is 5th, Hajar 6th, Kiddleswell up 12 places to 7th. Then it's Griggs, Tembrink and Marcus Armand also up 12 places. He is now 10th place, as we are looking at Zach O'Sullivan trying to chase down his teammate Paul Aaron and a potential podium finish.
I was going to say that's interesting to see the two teammates, Paul Aaron and Zach O'Sullivan, respectively in 4th and 5th place. Could we expect some team play over that one? As we know, we're still in racing, even though the teammate is still racing drivers, but knowing that Paul Aaron might actually be able to get the title at the end of this race, could you expect Zach O'Sullivan maybe not to attack him and, who knows, actually prevent the others to try to get past Paul Aaron? So to make sure that with the 5 points that Paul Aaron has on Gabriele Mini from now, as we still have less than 5 laps to go, then it would be secure for the European Championship. Just a guess, as we've seen happening, of course, in the OK Series, for example, back at Hampthing. Team play could actually decide of the final result, as we have the two Ricky Flynn Motorsport drivers, the 208 Paul Aaron that you see on screen running for 4th, and just behind him Zach O'Sullivan in the same livery. I would go for that kind of smart move, even though Paul Aaron, as you mentioned, Chris, is going to try to get on the podium, as he's getting very close to Bortoleto, the Brazilian driver. You can see them on screen getting into turn number 5. Gabriel Bortoleto, 202, driving for CRG. He's going to try to hold his position. Could we see Paul Aaron trying to make the move as they make their way uphill into turn number 7? That might happen over there, as Paul Aaron is going to try to take the inside line and go for it. No, he stays behind. I think there was a wise choice over there, as Bortoleto was closing the door at the very last minute. If you were Paul Aaron, Chris, my question, would you go for the move, knowing that that can be kind of risky? There's a title at stake, of course, for him. He has 5 points clear of Gabriele Mini, the current leader, and there he goes, I think. Or was it? No, sorry, not 10th.
Yeah, no, I'd go for it. As long as there's a gap there, go for it. If no gap opens up, then don't. So I think that's what it's going to come down to at the end of the day. What I can tell you is the virtual championship as we speak. Paul Aaron is on 85 points. Gabriele Mini is on 80 points. So he does need to go for it, because the gap has really reduced. Gabriele Mini is, of course, leading the race as they head up into turn number 7.
There's a slight contact just happened, Chris, I think.
Yeah, so if Paul Aaron were to lose a few places, then he would lose the championship. So really, he does need to get this. He just can't afford to lose any places, so he can stay here. Paul Aaron is on 85 points. On 80 points, it is Gabriele Mini. On 68 points, it is Bortoleto. Oh, as Aaron loses a place to Zach O'Sullivan. Victor Bernier has 56 points. Then it's Aski, Van Hoff, Griggs, Small, Begnovic and Tem Brink. So that's O'Sullivan up to 4th. He's now going to try and line up a move on Bortoleto. So at the moment, Aaron will still be champion. Gabriel Bortoleto will still finish 3rd in the championship with Aski down in 14th place.
Paul Aaron is back where he was with 3 points clear as for now on Gabriel Mini, the leader. 3 points is not much at all, you know. One more drop of position for Paul Aaron, and then he could say maybe goodbye to the European title as the driver get into the final lap. Final lap for Gabriele Mini, who's doing the job of his life on his way to victory certainly in this round of essay. The 3-driver battle that you see on screen is for the 3rd place. Gabriel Bortoleto ahead of Zach O'Sullivan and Paul Aaron. It seems Paul Aaron under a lot of pressure of Kira Small just behind the 220. This is going to be very tight until the very end of the checkered flag as they make their way into turn number 5. Paul Aaron is going to have to hold it together until the checkered flag. If he loses one more position, that could get him into trouble for the title, Chris, on that one, as Gabriele Mini is going to win that one for sure.
Yeah, Gabriele really 1 corner to go. All Aaron needed to do was hold position. He's going to do that, but Gabriele Mini is going to take the win here at SA. Across the line he comes. Victor Bernier 2nd.